Well, that came out of nowhere. Nintendo dropped a surprise version 10.0 announcement for Splatoon 3 this morning. I know pretty much all of you have seen it by now, so I'm just gonna give my quick thoughts on everything. Let's not waste any more time, here we go. First off, they announced a brand new spin-off game called Splatoon Raiders. Apparently, there was a game in development that people knew about, codenamed Spiral, which many people thought would be Splatoon 4, but it turns out it was this instead. It looks like it'll be really cool, but we don't know too much yet. I'm very curious for more information. Next, they just casually reveal third kits. Hello? Where did this come from? They're calling it the Splatlands collection, and it's going to feature 30 new kits. That is really crazy. I said multiple times in the past that if they did end up doing third kits, I didn't think we'd get any more than like 15 or 20, so this is really nice to see. As for what weapons are getting third kits, I'm not sure if we know all of them yet, but I did see that Splat Dualies and Dapple Dualies are getting one. For the Dapples, we can see that the sub-weapon line is at 70%, which means that it could have Curling Bomb, Suction Bomb, or Splat Bomb. All three of these options are a huge step up from what Dapples already have, but if it gets Splat Bomb, this might just have to be my new main, especially since it doesn't seem like Tetra Dualies are getting a third kit. Hopefully I'm wrong about that though. Apparently, weapon freshness can reach up to 10 stars now, which is absolute insanity. Here's the good news though, these new freshness levels are retroactive. Even though the game capped weapons at 5-star freshness before, it's been keeping track of your freshness even after that. So who knows? Depending on how many wins are required, I might already have 10-star Dark Tetra Dualies, unless it's like 10,000 wins or something ridiculous like that. Hopefully not. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this one works, but the game will now have individual weapon powers for Anarchy series. So I guess the game is going to keep track of your win rates on each weapon and give you a power based on that. And they claim that it will affect matchmaking. If it works properly, that's really cool because if someone's using a weapon they're extremely good with, they'll get placed against opponents who are also really good on the weapon they're using, which ideally will create more balanced matches. I really hope this ends up working well because Anarchy series matches are notoriously super unbalanced, but I'ma just be real, I don't have a ton of faith. Either way, it'll be cool to see how high you can get individual weapon powers and check the leaderboards. Next, they announced Urchin Underpass is returning, which is a huge W. I was never the biggest Urchin Underpass fan in Splatoon 1, but for nostalgia purposes, I'm really happy to see it back. I'm also just surprised that we're getting a new stage. I really didn't think we'd get any more. Lastly, and this one is actually huge, Nintendo says that for people playing on a Switch 2, they will see enhanced visuals. That's a very vague way of phrasing it. So is the game going to run in 4K on Switch 2 now? 1440p maybe? Well, we don't know, but I did notice that the official announcement for all of this info on the Nintendo YouTube channel is in 4K. And if you look closely at the visuals here when they're talking about it, it looks like it's much higher quality. All I'm saying is, if the game really is 4K now, that's huge, especially for me since I struggle to see things like sharking and charger lasers pretty often. They also say that the game will run smoother in certain areas. I think this just means that the game will run at a consistent 60 FPS regardless of where you are, including the hub world and Grand Festival Arena. Okay, well, that's all of the info we got. I cannot believe this is actually happening. I was a third kit believer for the longest time, but once I saw that there was no Switch 2 edition announcement, I just kind of lost hope. That's what inspired me to make this video, by the way, which I can now confidently say I've never been happier to be wrong. Also, the title on that video has been updated. This new patch drops in 2 days, and I will say the timing is a bit awkward for me since I was really planning on solely playing Mario Kart World for a month or two. Well, guess that's not happening anymore, cause I gotta try out this new Dapple kit, man. Let me know what you all think of this info down below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon.